Afternoon to all of my absolutely beautiful love bugs. My name is Maylikdavis, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy fourth to stop through and see what's going on at 40 Pieces of Me. Well, today we are going to be completing another collab with the Banggood Company. We are going to use these absolutely beautiful rose petal string lights in order to create a bottled lamp. You may have remembered seeing these at Scholar's Baby Sprinkle. Well, today, and I told you to stay tuned, we were going to do something wonderful with these lights. I think they're gorgeous. So we're going to create a project, create a collab with that particular company, banggood.com. And what we're going to do is a bottle lamp. And you see this cute cat wine bottle. This was something that I saw in World Market Plus. Cost Plus, I think is the name of it. I think this is a Riesling, whatever it may be. I don't drink it, so I wouldn't know. But I think that's the way you pronounce it. But anyway, charge it to my head, not my heart, for not really knowing how to pronounce it. But we're going to use this pink wine bottle in order to create a lamp. But we're not going to do the traditional lamp with the lamp kit and a regular light. We're going to allow for the rose petal string lights to be our lighting. And we're also going to use this really cute pearl lights that I found in AC Moore when I was doing Scholar's Baby Sprinkle. If you know anything about sororities, which I don't know a lot, but I was wise enough to go read up on it. AKA sorority is really, really big with pearls. So we're going to add these pearl lights to it, LED lights. And another thing that they is really big with AKAs are their ivy leaves. So I'm going to cut these so it almost looks just like their ivy leaves. And I have someone working on a label for me. Hopefully they'll get it done before this project is over. If not, we'll just move along. But we're going to use pearl strands. This stands for the 20 strands that they represent. That's something big if you want to read up on it. And we're also going to put a choker on this cat's neck. I've already pre-cut it. It was from some of the pearl strands, pearls on a strand that I got for Scholar's Baby Sprinkle. This is going to be the green that we are going to incorporate. It's just spring green from Rust-Oleum. And you're going to need a wooden dowel. It's actually just about the same length as the bottle. The bottle's a little bit taller, but when we put the pearls on it, we won't have to worry about it falling in. You'll need your bottle, and I got these for 97 cents out of Walmart. Because I know somebody will ask me the width. They were 5 1/8 inches by 7 1/4 inches. So these are just corner plaques, and I'm going to adhere two of these together. So the first thing that we will be doing is I am going to step outside. I'm going to spray these plaques. And I'm also going to put some spray in a bowl. And I'm going to see if I can dip the tips of the flowers. It either work or it won't work. But we're going to have to make it work. Because those are the only string rose petals that I have. So you'll need your glue gun, your glue stick. Maybe even a little E6000 since we're going to adhere this to here. And get ready. Let's see if we can do something fabulous and how good the light rose petal strand lights really look from the banggood.com company. Okay, guys, as you can see, I've already did one flower. I just sprayed spray paint in a paper plate, and I'm just going through dipping them. I put cardboard down on the glass so that it wouldn't interfere with it. You're going to end up probably getting some paint on you. But as you can see, I'm just taking it and dipping it. And you'll have to spray your plate a couple of times because you know that the paint will dry. But that's just basically what I'm doing. I'm going through and dipping each one. I'm trying to hold them in my hand. So this can probably be sort of messy, but we're going to push through because we want to have that green, not just on the plaque and on the actual emblem if I can get it. So this is just basically what I'm doing. I won't run the video through the entire process because once you see a couple, you'll get an understanding of it. Loves. So now we have, I'm gonna set the bottle to the side. Now we've gotten these sprayed. I'm just gonna put them together, and of course you see that you can see some of the actual wood, but it's okay because we're gonna trim it in pearls. This is how the flowers turned out. You see better once we start wrapping them around the dowel that we're going to use. But so far, so good. So what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and adhere the wood together. I didn't even bother to take the sticker off because it made no sense because you weren't going to see that part. So that part worked out really simple, and we just want to make sure that it's aligned perfectly. So we have those aligned now. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with just putting pearls in the center, and we'll go back and it'll be a couple of rows, but I just wanted to show you what we are going to do. And I just did a sample to actually like wrap the flowers around around the dowel, because I mean we only have one thing. It's not like we have anything to practice with, and I think I am really going to like this particular project. So basically I'm just putting the pearls in there, and I'm going to go around the entire wooden boards and do the same. Of course, any strings that we have, we can clean that up later. So we're just going around that way. Did you guys cook out? I've had people that ask me, what are you going to do for the 4th? Are you going out? Like, I really wanted to spend this day off from work and stay in the house and do what I do. So I'm going to fix me something to eat shortly. I found me a steak on sale. I'm not trying to grill anything. I'm going to fix it in a cast iron frying pan. And that's just what we're going to do. At least I'm going to do. My daughter's probably going to go back to her sister cousin's house, is what I call them, because they are inseparable. So just snip. And that's how that part is going to work. But we're not going to stop there because we don't want to see that board. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back around it on the top and do the exact same thing. So I'm going to do the bottom one first. And this is going to go along with the whole pearl thing. And my friend girl was supposed to be getting back to me with the making an actual label for me. And that hasn't happened, so I'm thinking about how I'm going to make provisions for it. But we know that we'll push. Okay, guys, so what I decided to do was do a voiceover so that we could speed the video up. I'm basically just going to adhere the wine bottle to the wooden board. I'm going to use the E6000 and the glue gun. I'm going to put a good amount of E6000, but I'm putting it more towards the center so that it won't seep out on the sides. And then I just added the glue from the actual glue gun to give it that quick stick that we always talk about. So the E6000 was for the permanent stick. The glue gun was to give it a quick stick. As you can see that I'm placing an actual pearl choker around her neck, and like I stated, these were from the pearls that we use at on Skylar's baby sprinkle. So just basically going to adhere the pearls around her neck. Which is extremely simple. This project was really a good project, but I will tell you, the downloading of the video, I had a lot of problems. You will hear about it in another video. So basically at this point, what I'm going to do is just trim the bottom of the cat bottle with a strand of pearls. Just to go around, make everything look uniform, and you want everything to look classy. As you can see, a bug actually got in the house when I had the door open spraying, so I took off running. I did, yes. So anyway, back to the bottle. I'm just going to run the pearls around it, and I actually think it was best for me to add a double strand of pearls because it just looked really just thrown there. So I added a double strand of pearls around it. And now these are where the ivy leaves come into play. I wanted to place them around the bottom and give them some type of direction, but almost like a cat was standing in grass or standing in the leaves. So that's why I did it that way. And I know sometimes you can't see if I turn it back towards me, but I don't work well enough that I can keep the camera, keep it facing the camera the entire time. So I do it, turn it back around so that you can see, because I want you to know what's actually going on. So that's basically it with the ivy leaves being added. I couldn't figure out whether I needed a little bit more pearls or what I should do. So I started trying to add them because I saw an actual gap. But that didn't work out for me too well. So I took that off because I'm basically doing it as we go along. I took that off and just going to add another leaf. So once I was done with it, I was definitely pleased with the way that looked, but we didn't want any gaps. So those are our ivy leaves. Now is where we start with the rose lights. What I did was the pearl lights that we had, I wrapped it around the dowel, and I actually used just a little bit of glue from the glue gun and just attached it to the back of the bottle. Not a lot, you can still move it, but I just didn't want it bopping all around while I was trying to do it. So I'm just wrapping, I'm just at this point just wrapping the actual rose petal strand lights around, and you just have to wrap until they fit and mold them into place. There is no great rhyme or reason in the way that you actually do it. It's just do it until it feels right. Even after this video, I went back with the glue gun and pushed some up just so that it could be together and look uniform. I guess even though a lot of my stuff is flawed, I still want it to look uniform and professional. So don't worry about, I know like the pearl lights, they're everywhere. And as I stated, those pearl lights, they are actually in AC Moore is where you can find those. Those are really good if you do weddings and things of that nature. Don't worry about them sticking out because they're on that wire and you can bend them as to how you would like for them to be. So don't worry about them sticking out right now. That's the part that you'll work on in the end. So I'm just going to keep on wrapping until I get it to a place that I like it. I may move them around, but so far it went sort of smooth. I actually did take time to do that, do a trial run with the wrapping of it so that I wouldn't spend so much time on the video and the video wouldn't be so long. So it's almost like she has on a little hat. I'm not a big cat fan, but I think that this is absolutely adorable. I really, really like this. So at first, I left it off to the side so that one side would hang longer. Like I stated, I went back and added glue to lift it up at a later time. So you see we have this in place. Let me turn it around like this. So we may end up pulling something out a little bit to make it all even in the end, but I'll wait till I get it all together. But so far you can see how it turned out. So now we have to concentrate down here where I didn't get the label, which I think I actually may like it better. May see if I can add a small label just to the back of the box. But these are some letters that I had to go pick up a couple more, but I had to go pick up something so I could have a letter. So what I am going to do is it's not going to be flat. They're going to be lifted and raised different ways. So I'm going to turn this around to me for just a minute, just so I can see how this will play out. You will be holding this in place. So I'm actually just going to hold it. I'll try to turn it around, but we want to make sure that it sticks. May have to go back and add a little more to it on this one. And this letter, it didn't spray really good. I don't know. That green paint was a little heavy. So I had to finagle this. But we'll make it work because I'm going to go back and drip pearls over this after it dries. You'll never know that it didn't turn out perfect. You know, you always have one that's going to be your problem child when you're doing something. And this green letter was my problem child. So I'm just going to switch it around just to see how it's looking. I'm going to let it dry completely before I decide to mess with that with the pearls. But this will be the last one. Just gonna switch it around this way so we can see. But yeah, that's how we're gonna do that. Fun thing about it is, it's your creation. Nobody can tell you that it's wrong or it's right. But that's what we have so far. And what we're going to do is, because you can see that from the back, we're going to drape. I'm going to play with some pearls. I don't know how it's going to end up, but I'm going to play with some pearls. And I am going to come back and show you a finished creation. And when I say play with the pearls, I may drape the pearls that way or do little fun stuff like that. So I will come back in just a moment. I hope this is something that you guys do like. Back here where you can see where these are here too, I'm going to just throw pearls back there and make it almost like how we can disguise things and make it look a little junky while still being classy. Okay, my love bugs, I'm going to sort of tilt this video to the side so that you'll have a full understanding of what actually was done. I want to bring you close up on it. I am really, really pleased with the way that these rose petal string lights turned out. I want to send a absolutely big shout out to banggood.com for even thinking enough of me and my wonderful love bugs to send this to us to try out. So I think that this project turned out extremely nice. These lights even have a blinking function. So I wanted you to be able to see that also. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. And from the side, you can see where she's almost like her head is tilted or is hanging a little low. I think this is absolutely wonderful. If you guys like this project, please, please, please hit like. Leave many, many comments. Tell someone about it. Someone that you know that may be in a sorority, not only AKAs, but Deltas and other sororities as well. Let them know what we did here. A very simple project, something that they can do themselves. Like I stated, this bottle is found in World Plus House Market, I think it is. I'll put the link to their store down below too, but we definitely want to give big shouts out to banggood.com. Please hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit the alert button so that you know what we have up next. Once again, my name is Maylikdavis. I thank you guys for being here with me. Sometimes we start out on journeys and projects and things in life, and it appears to be too complicated. Just like I didn't have what I needed in order to make this work, and me and my daughter discussed it. And there's our AKA. We didn't have a label. Maybe we'll get one on the back of it. Who knows? But I think this turned out absolutely wonderful. Once again, Maylikdavis, this is 40 pieces of me. You guys have a beautiful night. I absolutely love you to pieces.